Hi there everyone. You all know this level, right? Everybody's played Combat Evolved before. 343 Guilty Spark is top tier environmental storytelling. Easy to screw up, hard to improve upon. Let's see how Ruby approached it together. Enjoy!
Transmission from the captain's dropship was from this area. That was over 12 hours ago. When you locate Captain Keyes, radio in, and I'll come pick you up.
Is it just me, or were we dropped off way further away? Later, Pohammer. That or the intro cutscene was way longer than I remember. Anyway, there's a pistol over here in the corner. We already have one, so it's just extra ammo. Let's keep our eyes peeled while we move through the swamp. There's this pelican crash here, and usually it's more noisy than this. Anybody home? Knock knock. I suppose not. Whoa!
Dropship Victor 9, pillar of bottom. We are under attack by some new kind of hostile isn't covenant. Captain Keyes has been captured by hostiles. Dug in at a large structure in a swamp. We can hold out. Please. I will send this message to repeat at intervals. Dropship Victor 933, clear.
It's odd that that started playing right then. I wonder if Ruby changed that to repeat less often. It seems some Covenant moved in while we were chilling. Just some grunts and jackals. Nothing too big. I don't know if you saw that. YouTube compression probably ruins the view in the distance, but some stuff fell off the cliff to the left. The cutscene hovered over this area. And there's that plasma rifle we saw. I guess I'll pick it up. It looks like there are some plasma nades just sitting in the corner here. I don't know what else Ruby might have put out in the swamp, but that's pretty convenient. I'll happily accept some grenades. I'm pretty sure this grunt is the one that flew off the cliff. This spirit dropship actually has a name. What was it? Benevolent Gift? Brilliant Gift? It was some kind of ironic gift name. And it's ironic because the Flood went on to, well, I guess we haven't gotten there yet. But anyway, the Flood eventually go on to repair that one, fly it up to the Arbiter's fleet. You know, the guy who will become the Arbiter. 𝐜𝐿 and cause a ruckus up there. And that's a different story for a different time. Did you guys catch sight of a figure skulking around up here? There's one on top of this tree, but it seems to have vanished. Yes, indeed, 343 Guilty Spark's atmosphere really is something else. This active camo, by the way, is in vanilla, in fact. I'm not sure how many people know about it. But it makes it easier to slip in here undetected. I mean, we kind of want to come out in a minute, because there's something else I want to show you. So let's assassinate all the Covenant in the area. This is another fine use of the active camo. Can't leave the flashlight on or they'll know we're here. And it looks like it's wearing off. They've already stripped my shields. Yep, legendary is legendary. Can't underestimate it, even when there are only a couple of jackals and grunts around. Seems all that business has been sorted. Now then, the assault rifles that we're firing out at the Covenant are meant to imply Marines. To the unaware player, of course. But given their disappearance, we can guess that they were actually combat forms. But we're not going to proceed forward just yet. I'm only here to drop off a couple of grenades. And let's head back up. If there's a whole pile of grunts around the corner, we'll go see the mess we made when we come back. For now, and this is a thing that happens in vanilla too, if you go down the lift and come back up, at the top you will find yeah, human corpses around. Only Ruby added something substantial to this Easter egg. There's rocket ammo around. And the rocket launcher is elsewhere. Yeah, I think it was speculated at some point in the past that those Marine bodies might have been loaded in order to be there for the cutscene that happens midway through the mission. I don't know how accurate that hypothesis would be, especially when there's a living Marine off in Africa, outside of the map bounds. But either way, it is a very creepy Easter egg, and it's nice to see that Ruby added something more to it. Here's the rocket launcher. And while we're here, we might as well grab some health at the Pelican. There's some more rocket ammo down here, too. Now look at this guy gathering up all the rocket ammo for us. That makes me a happy camper. Thank you. And look at this guy, this grunt here. This is nice attention to detail. The body hanging out of the spirit. Is that in vanilla too? I don't remember. In any case, the rocket launcher will serve us not only in providing some explosive fun, but you may recall that Ruby gave some extra weight to the larger weapons in this game. Where's that other rocket ammo? Ah, there it is. So as I was saying, we could use it to bop people on the head, which, as you can imagine, comes in handy in melee combat. It's something not normally a thing in Halo CE, not against the Flood anyway. But it's one of the things that Ruby changed. Let's descend carefully. I'll use rockets when I feel like it. So until then, we're stuck with the plasma rifle, or whatever other primary weapon suits my fancy. Now here's a room of nothing but jackals. And bye-bye. That was pretty good. It went flying. Yeah, there's some gross flood stuff dripping from the ceiling. That most certainly wasn't vanilla. Very spooky. This switch is offline. Insufficient power. Ugh. Not a problem to concern ourselves with now. The jackals were looking in on this hallway, and it's covered in jackal blood. And this side room is full of bodies, some of them also jackals. You know, I'm grateful to the Flood. They deserve my gratitude for terrorizing my most hated of enemies. Oh, hello there, friend.
Stay back! Stay back! You're not turning me into one of those things! I'll blow your brains out! Get away from me!
Right, well, anyway, there's a new fresh plasma rifle here. I guess I'll take this.
Find your own hiding place. The monsters are everywhere! Play dead!
Looks like there's some kind of switch up there on the second floor.
God, I can still hear them.
And I don't see anything else on the ground floor, so we'll just head on up and go flip that switch. Hey, maybe it's a power distributor for the switch back in the last room. Hey, dude, are you okay? You stopped yapping. Hi there. Yeah, he's okay. He's slightly crazy, but he's okay. And that's fine, I'm slightly crazy too. I've been to the 𝐒𝐤𝐤𝐻, you know.
Oh God, I don't want to.
It wasn't particularly pleasant, but you know, it didn't kill me. Hey, the switch is green now. Recalibrate power distribution. Okay. We'll see what exactly that does later. Some of the secrets in this campaign are kind of convoluted. Ruby, when talking about the changes that he made to this mission and others in his own YouTube series, but this mission has some secrets that I wish were easier to parse in-game. You know, like the teleporter network on level 4 was hinted at the very start, and you found more teleporters later that were turned on as a result of what you were looking out for. I think that was pretty cool. It looks like there's an AR on the ground. Kinda want these for the popcorn crabs. But it's empty. Well, there should be another in the room up ahead. Yes, the room down there, the faded room of Scary and 𝐒𝐤𝐤𝐻. Okay. The switch is for the containment network. Of course we're gonna watch the full cutscene. And don't forget, I leave timestamps in the description. Use them as you see fit. I'll be quiet while this one plays out.
Why do we always have to listen to this old stuff, Sarge?
Watch your mouth, son. This stuff is your history. It should remind you grunts what we're fighting to protect.
Hey, if the Covenant want to wipe out this particular part of my history, that's fine by me.
Yeah, better it than us.
You ask them real nice next time you see them, Vicente. I'm sure they'll be happy to oblige.
LZ looks clear. I'm bringing us down.
Go, go, go! Stay close, Jenkins! Mendoza, move it up! Wait here for the captain and his squad, then get your ass inside.
Sir!
Okay, let's move!
Which is weird, right? I mean, look at it. Something scrambled the insides.
What's that? Plasma scoring?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe there was an accident, you know, friendly fire or something?
What do we have, Sergeant?
Looks like a Covenant patrol. Badass elite units. All KIA.
Real pretty. Friend of yours?
Nah, we just met.
Right, well, let's get this door open.
I'll try, sir, but it looks like these Covenant worked pretty hard to lock it down.
Just do it, son.
Yes, sir. I got a bad feeling about this.
Boy, you always got a bad feeling about something.
Sarge, can you hear me?
What's going on, soldier?
We've got contacts, lots of them, but they're not Covenant. They're just tearing through us. What the? Oh no!
Corporal, do you copy? Over! Mendoza, get your ass back up to second squad's position and find out what the hell is going on.
But-
I don't have time for your lip, soldier. I gave you an order.
Sarge! Listen!
What is that?
Where's that coming from,
Everywhere.
Mendoza?
I don't... There! Mira!
Hold still! Hold still! Let him have it! Sergeant, we're surrounded. God damn it, Jenkins! Fire your weapon!
There are too many, Sarge!
Don't even think about it, Marine.
Oh, this is local!
Back here, Marine. An order.
Jenkins!
Well, I hope you all got your popcorn buckets ready, because some crabs are about to jump right in. Here's an AR we can use. This thing will be excellent for taking out the popcorn crabs. That's what my sister and I used to call them when we were younger. They go pop, and they're crab-like in certain respects. But no, these little guys are actually called infection forms. And they're icky, so we should social distance from them. Now, supposedly the Flood are not totally immune to melee anymore. And we've got a big stick to whack them with. So let's give that a try. Bonk. Kinda spicy. Let's let them come to us. Bonk. 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 Haven't had enough, have you? Bonk. Ah. Bonk. How pesky. Let's try the plasma rifle. Never mind, there are like 4 of them out here. Ooh, ouch. I think they got a few good hits at me. There's something to my right. Thank goodness for the motion tracker. Can never be too careful, which is of course advice that I never heed, because I like to be reckless. Take my word for it, we're probably going to be killed more to carrier forms in this entire campaign than combat forms, and that's purely due to my incorrigible impatience. Well, looks like the Covenant are having fun out there. As for me, I believe there's something else in this room that we can check out, because the doors up here were broken too. That surely means that there was a secret placed here. Overshield, frag grenades, a happy sight indeed. Would you look at this poor bastard? Yep, that was most certainly an elite, with his head stretched out and hung behind his back, and the chest cavity where the infection form was sitting. Don't need the old brain anymore. They've got a new brain in their chests. That being these little guys. That's the new headshot hitbox, by the way. You can hit him in the chest and it'll count as a headshot. The way back is broken. And didn't we come in that way? In any case, this door up here is open. So let's continue on, or double back perhaps. Let's see if we can't find our way out. Oh yeah, we're in the room with the power switches. But the door up here is locked. I'm pretty sure we have to go that direction. So I think we go through the door on the bottom floor. And whack any fools who get close enough behind us. Some commotion up top, and a lot of guys down here. Boom. May as well, there's some rocket ammo in this room after all. Let's go say hello to the Covenant. Hi there, friends. I like plasma too. It's blue and glowy, and goes kaboom in grenade form. I'm pretty sure that direction back there is not the way to go. Yeah, this goes to the elevator that goes down. So let's go that other way. Still got a jackal over here to finish off. Can't leave him alive. That means this other elevator should have an optional encounter in it. Just some space zombies shuffling about. Whack. Honk. Yep. Sadly, we can't leave the way that we came. What the? Is that an elite? Yeah, it's a red sword and shield elite. Well, thank you for scouting out the area down there, friend, but I don't believe that's the way out. Let's leave him to his devices and continue the way that the level is supposed to go. It could be surmised that the Flood are destroying the elevators to try to keep us in here, because we're a high-value target. And they're not mere space zombies, they're actually quite smart. There's some bodies. Anything around the corner? A switch. Hello there. B2 locks? Whoa, hey. Where did you guys come from? I was just over there. Oh, hang on just a second. Were you guys lying on the floor back there? They were the ones lying on the floor back there. Oh, I feel quite rude now. I've woken them up from their nap. I mean, I guess it's okay. I helped them get back to sleep. But still, it was rather inconsiderate of me. I do apologize. Anyway, this here would be the elevator we use to move on. And that does not mean we're headed upwards, because we are in fact headed downwards. And the walls are covered in blood. And at the bottom are a whole bunch of Flood that are wielding guns, and it's the first time that we see them holding guns. It's quite a brilliant sequence, I think. You know, you see the elevator, you're relieved, you think you're gonna get out of here, but nope. Kaboom! And then you find out these guys can shoot back at you. And I guess those are also the first human combat forms that we saw. It's the little things. One of them came up to say hello. Or two of them. And there were some very dead Marines that we could scarcely do anything about. But we can take vengeance on their behalf now, but they're nearly impossible to save. In fact, I suppose now is a great time to try out that pistol. See if we can't land some quote-unquote headshots. Sounds like there's some tummy rumbling underneath us. A craving only an earth-shattering kaboom could sate. Let's take the other active camo now. Let me down, please. I would like to smack this combat form. Thank you. The key is to not want to jump across. Two shielded guys chilling in a room. Rocket. One shielded guy chilling by himself. Bonk. There are a whole bunch of bonkables walking around here. I do appreciate the corpse piles. I don't think there are quite so many in vanilla, if any. And it's nice to see them because they're environmental storytelling, and just as much a lovely excuse to pile up some grenades and ammo and other goodies. That one's dead. Why are you dead standing up, friend? Would dismembering you help? I would do your legs if I could. Yeah, it's funny. The dismemberment was always in Halo CE, but the vanilla CE Flood combat forms never were vulnerable to melee for some reason. I think they would just fall apart, but hey, wait a minute. I think there was a switch in the back of the room that I forgot to hit. Yeah, there's some kind of switch back here. Backup power. Thanks. Now that that's sorted. Now come to think of it, this next room has an engineer in it. I'm gonna try to save it. It'll unlock a secret for us if we can save it. Oh, but they're all firing on it. And it's dead. Nope, Let's restart the checkpoint, see if we can't save it, because it will unlock a secret for us, and it is friend. Why are there so many combat forms in this room? And it's probably dead again, right? No? How did you survive that? Ow. Who's hitting me? Where is everybody? Oh, now it's certainly dead, right? No? I don't know what to make of this. Oh, they all got stuck underneath. Well, now that the coast is clear, our friend can go ahead and do whatever it is he's doing to this control panel to unlock some kind of secret for us. But what? I don't know. I guess also since he's standing right next to us, he becomes pettable. And he's a friendly space doggo. Pat, 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 pat. I appreciate you, friendo. Yeah, this encounter was kind of clumsy, you know. There are comet forms all over the place. They latch onto the engineer real damn fast. What exactly am I supposed to do in that first scenario? Because the second time I got lucky. They all got stuck and I was able to save them easily. Say, are you done, engineer friend? Can we proceed onwards now? I don't know if I'm supposed to be waiting around for something. I just know he fixes this panel up for us. Oh, he's looking back at us. He doesn't want us to go. Don't worry, friend. I'm not going anywhere as long as you want me to stay. What, you scared? You want me to make sure the coast is clear? Let's check back the way we came. There are a bunch of popcorn crabs chilling behind this door. But it looks like this room is quite clear. And nothing but corpses around here. Which, as you know, the Flood cannot do anything with. They like the live ones. At least that was suggested by the insane Marine. Anyway, the coast is clear, engineer friend. I'll see you later. Please be good. Right, I believe we head this way. What the hell was that? Ruby added a whole bunch of new noises and such around. You guys chilling over here? Sorry, that might have been good for a rocket, but I decided to chuck a blue ball there instead. We got a couple of good swings off on me. Ow. Ah, I've got a popcorn crab on me. If my shields are down, they're a real threat. I've got to stay on the move and keep away from them. Looks like there are some more over there. Ah, they're moving away from my grenades, chasing the sentinels above. Whoa, that one got some real good hits out of me. Oh, but we're in the clear. Yeah, it looks like a sentinel beam fell over here. This is another weapon you normally don't see in Halo CE. Sure, we'll take one. May as well give it a shot. If it works anything like we expect, should be nice against the Flood. This is the way that we have to go. But these doors are normally not open. Perhaps these are what the engineer opened up for us. Just looks like some broken containment cells. Oh, but this one has goodies. And another spooky sound. Nice to hear, in the strange way that it is nice to hear. The other door has a green teleportation symbol near it. An energy sword. You can bet your butt that this thing will be great against the Flood. They just love to get into melee. I get a different impression from these rooms. It's nice that Ruby added this decor. It's minimal but effective. Now we're on the second level. I believe this leads back to the engineer. We may as well say goodbye. Ah, and some goodies. Thank you, engineer friend. I'm most appreciative. Oh, what the hell? Oh, let's get in there quick.
Thank you!
Yeah, that's right. Supposedly Johnson does escape the Halo rings. We saw him in the cutscene earlier. But on the vanilla version of 343 Guilty Spark, we never see him in the facility and get to fight our way out with him.
Where'd they go?
Though I suppose if we are fighting our way out with him, we should be extra careful. You can't let any popcorn crabs touch him. As you saw earlier, one of them latched onto me without my shield on, and almost killed me. They will kill any Marines they latch onto. Ah, crud, did one get in with Johnson? That sounds like he's still kicking. He would start screaming, yelling to get it off me if he were stuck by one of those things.
How many of these things are there?
What are you fighting though, mate? Nothing? Most bedeviling and most confusing conundrum.
Can't hide from me. Covering fire.
Well, it looks like there are only a couple more combat forms in this room.
Oh god, I recognize that one. That was far.
And that is an unusual line to hear from the Marines. I suppose if that does play in vanilla, there's only one place that it could play, which is the final sequence of this level. While you're fighting out from the structure with the Marines through the swamps. I know the energy sword and shotgun are both low-range weapons, but I'll be fine, I'm sure. I suddenly find that I want a longer-range weapon. Ah, Sentinel Beam. Perfect. Oh, not the AR. I wasn't trying to take that. Here we go. Now we can start lasering these guys from across the room. But how often will the little ones spawn, I wonder? That's a lot of biomass down there. Like they're making a little hive.
Fire in the hole!
Nice grenade, Johnson. Very cool. Skillful as always. Alright, really though, stop. You're embarrassing yourself.
Cancel, Chris.
Anyway, let's take the shotgun and get going. I think it's as clear as it's gonna get. Should make sure it stays clear, little guys, though. Ah, these guys came out quick. The shotgun should make it very easy to get to the end, though. Yeah, it looks clear to me. And it's not. That's the rule with the Flood. There's always more. Ouch! Where did that guy even come from? And what's this? Swamp Silo Teleporter Network. Interesting. I think that settles it for this section. Let's make our way up.
This is Echo 419. Chief, is that you? I lost your signal when you disappeared inside the structure. What's going on down there? I'm tracking movement all over the place.
Oh, what the hell? That's weird. The whole conversation got cut off. Alright, look, we'll do the same thing that we did on level 5. I'll add the lines in post, and you can have a listen while we mosey along with the boys. Because they're not going to wait up for me.
Sir, thank God you're here. We've been lost out here for hours. After we lost contact with the rest of the mission, we headed for the RV point, and then these things, they ambushed us. We gotta get out of here.
There's a large tower a few hundred meters from your current position. Find a way above the fog and foliage canopy and I can move in and pick you up.
Get the lead out, Marines! Catch!
Yep, it's a desperate situation this time. And we better enjoy this while it lasts, because there aren't too many opportunities to enjoy fighting the Flood alongside the Marines. Oh, that one got stuck by an infection form. Usually happens at this part. They jump down from both sides. It's damn near impossible to save them all. Nearly impossible. I'm positive I'm sure a player did actually manage to save them at some point, but it was quite difficult. These must be the teleporters that we activated. Yeah, there was an infected sniper up here. Must have been fried by the sentinels. Wow, would you look at that mess we made over there? Night vision does jack to help in this fog. But it looks like the Marines don't really need any cover. Hey, look at all that rocket ammo over there. Can I just jump across and get there? I mean, I kind of don't want to leave the Marines, but nothing else is happening. Hello? You know, maybe something will happen if we kill one of the sentinels. Progress, please. For goodness sake. The game does not want to progress. I don't know what to do about this. Well, let's go parkouring, I guess. Boing. Boing.
That's a good idea.
There's some needle worm over there. Oh, but that's too far to jump.
Greetings. I am the monitor of Installation 04. I am 343 Guilty Spark. Someone has released the flood. My function is to prevent it from leaving this installation, but I require your assistance. Come, this way.
Chief, I've lost your signal! Where'd you go? Chief! Chief!
Yep. How are we feeling about this one? 343 Guilty Spark is such a lovingly crafted level. It made 𝐒𝐤𝐲's big twist all the more interesting, even though the Flood themselves aren't particularly interesting enemies to fight. Putting aside how Ruby changed the Flood as enemies, since I think there will be quite a bit more to talk about on that front on the next mission, let's reflect on how he approached this mission's unique presentation. Maintaining the little details as they are was very important. Of course, it could be expected that a player checking out this mod would have played the original before and knows about 𝐒𝐤𝐲's big twist. However, this mission is meant to be atmospheric, enemies sparse, mysteries plentiful, and from a gameplay perspective, it's meant to introduce and emphasize the new enemy. To that end, Ruby's additions look thoughtful and tasteful to me, if impractical in certain ways. This sort of result naturally occurs from building respectfully atop the source material, like how he added substance to the Easter egg in the swamp with the human corpses via that secret rocket launcher. And I'm pretty sure that Grunt's body wasn't hanging out of the Spirit dropship when we passed it the first time. I'm not sure that was in vanilla. Or surprising us with Johnson in one of the elevator rooms. Canonically, he made it out. How? I don't remember. There was probably something about the specifics in the novel, but it was a relief to see him where he was, and neat to fight our way out with him. This was a nice place to put him in. And hey, spooking me with the fake bodies on the floor before the lift downwards was pretty cool. Very subtle, very fitting. Something the original level did poorly, and to be fair, this was on purpose, but it made it hard to navigate the facility because there's some backtracking involved and everything looks the damn same. That was obviously to mess with a panicked player and get him turned around while all hell's breaking loose, making it harder to get out of there. In some respects, Ruby improved this with the extra details he added around. The signs on the walls, more toppled boxes, the switches, the overall structure remained the same, very labyrinthine, but those little details act as landmarks and clues, making it easier to navigate but not blatantly obvious. On the other hand, this level's secrets are kind of a mixed bag. They might be kinda convoluted, kinda overcomplicated. Environmentally, the switches all over the place make enough sense. It's a big Forerunner containment facility, there are going to be different rooms for this or that. But from what I understand, the switches on this mission are one big sequence where stuff happens along the way. Conceptually an interesting way to go about it. What it felt like was, I hit a switch in the Crazy Marines room to reroute power, then backtracked to hit another switch in the room past the Thrash Jackal in the Bloody Hallway to redistribute power, and then hit yet another switch later to summon some Sentinels. It's not as much backtracking as the secret on level 2 would have involved if I went for it, but it seems bloated. It should be obvious that I'm no opponent of backtracking, it's just, if I hit a switch, I kinda want something to happen, you know? The secret on level 4 to enable the teleporters was great by comparison because even though we went from switch to switch, the first one was important for pursuing the main objective, and the second switch activated as a side consequence. And then it was the only switch we had to hit to unlock multiple other routes. Not only the teleporter near the Marines at the start, but also some in the Cartographer's building. I mean, something could be said about its questionable location, you know, on the side of the security building. Kinda funny, but whatever. Anyway, comparing within the same mission, I like the concept of the engineer switch quite a bit. It's new to Halo, fitting, makes for a fun little optional challenge in the middle of the mission. In practice, it's kinda funny. It seems I just got lucky in being able to save the engineer successfully, with the amount of combat forms in there. But, what does that secret unlock anyway? See, that's the other issue with this, sequence. Beyond the Sentinels being released, or those teleporters at the swamp silo flickering on, I'm not sure the results of all the switch flicking or saving the engineer are adequately telegraphed. Like, was the side room found with the energy sword and the teleporter locked behind saving the engineer? How about the active camo and overshield? If so, great. A pretty substantial secret right there. Sincerely though, I try to pay attention to everything around that I can see, but I found I had trouble following the sequence. I don't know what exactly I would have done with that many switches. Maybe just putting some goodies near the switches, like some extra Covenant weapons, would be something for finding them. It's kind of besides the point of the switches functions though. I'm only spitballing here, but it is a containment facility, and if we're screwing with weird switches all over the place, it doesn't all have to be positive. What if one or two of those changes an encounter later? Maybe hitting one of those switches kills the Covenant in a hypothetical encounter, and instead a bunch of infection forms were implied to have been loosed on them, so there are more Flood in that room instead. Or, being really sadistic, how about messing with one of the switches makes a bunch of human combat forms greet you at the top of the final lift of the level? Maybe instill some regret in the player for poking all the things? But then again, I don't imagine the containment facility would have a Flood containment cell at the top of the lift near the open swamp to unlock and lose upon the Marines. So how exactly that would be set up is rather dubious. Where did those Marines come from anyway? Did they make it through the majorly infested room, or did they fall back to the lift room from the swamp because it was a safe place to hold out? Pardon, I'm getting sidetracked. I know, we're getting into territory where we're deviating too much from the original designs at this point. I know the Marines canonically survived the trek through the swamp too, and it probably would have been very complicated to change some aspects of the environment to account for a crazy idea like that. It was just a thought. I've got that ambitious spirit too, I like to go wild. And really, this is mere nitpicking. I quite like the end result overall. Whew, it feels like there's more to talk about after every level. I knew I'd have a lot to say after this one, but with each level cleared, there's more to look back on. Let's pivot then, and look forward to the library. I'm doubtless you noticed the Flood are quite different in this mod compared to vanilla. We can be certain the game's most notorious level received very thoughtful improvements. So, we can discuss how Ruby improved the Flood as a faction and as enemies after that one. Thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you had fun. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.